What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another exciting episode of Dark Souls 3. And in today's episode, we're going to be pretty much finishing up the High Wall of Lothric with a few things untouched, such as the Dark Wraith. We're not going to get to the Dark Wraith today. We will be seeing a very interesting character later in the episode, so I hope you're looking forward to that. I know I am. He is one of the best characters in this game, as far as I know, of course. One of the best I have encountered, that is. So here you just see me swapping out some weapons. I'm going with a broadsword in my main hand and the bandit's knife in my offhand. At this point, though, there's really not much use for the bandit's knife anymore. I'm also going with the Silver Eagle Kite shield. It has a much better block, although it doesn't have a parry. However, since I suck hardcore at parries, that's okay with me. The broadsword is probably not going to stay long, but it's nice to have a longer ranged weapon for right now. Also, I tried to change up the armor in a little bit, just to give, something new and interesting to look at until we can get the armor that I really love in the next area. Oh my god, I'm so excited for it. I don't know if I said this, but a little preface. It is pretty late. This is actually my third retake of this episode. But, I want to get this episode finished, and, it's not that, I'm, tired of doing it and looking at it. It's just, it's late, and I'm a little tired, but I really want to do this. This is something, because, I don't know, every time I, record, I have fun with it. Get a little doggy after us. We killed the doggy, though. It's okay. Yeah, freaking halberd guy. I also recorded this session, this playthrough session, fairly late in the evening, so you're gonna have to bear with me on my very slow as hell reaction times. I was taking a look at the statues. Very interesting. So how are you guys doing today? Because I'm doing pretty great. I spent the day pretty much just trying to get a start on making some graphics for some things, and I want to get into recording an album, so I was trying to work on some of that today. Got this freaking crossbow asshole over here. The first guy I killed, if you don't run up and kill him first, he will, just like the other one, transform. The only reason to really go up here, I believe if he transforms and you kill him, you get a Titanite shard from it. But the only other reason to come up here is for the longbow, which is nice to have if you have the dexterity for it. I do not currently have the dexterity for it, so I cannot use it. So we'll be sticking to the short bow for our bow needs. I thought there was another one of those bigger guys down here, but it turns out there isn't, because I already killed him. There's this asshole, though. Although the broadsword makes easy work of these guys. Very happy to have a longer range sword. I've always been, with the Soul games in particular, I've always been more of a melee swordsman character in these, RPG role-playing games. Which, these role-playing games, ho-ho-hoy. Yeah, good string of words, dude. I'm trying to lure this guy out. Because I don't want his friends to come up and butcher me. Take him out with a couple fire bombs, though. And they're really generous with firebombs in this first area. I don't know why they are, but Jesus, they are. You got like 20 firebombs in the area. So this is one of the games where I just kind of use my firebombs like no one's business. And take out this guy. Ooh. You can actually stagger some enemies by like rolling into them. I found that very cool when I figured that out while I was trekking around the undead settlement earlier. You spend a lot of time there. There's a lot to do in that area. There's not terribly much to do in this area, but I mean it is the first area of the game, so I wouldn't expect there to be. Although, spoiler alert, if you don't want to hear spoilers, just skip over this part a little bit. The dancer's actually in this area, so. And then I believe once you beat the dancer, the gate will open to Lothar Castle. That's what I believe. Though, because I don't remember if I beat the dancer or not, so I don't know if I just heard that from hearsay or what, but I do believe that happens. So dude, you're getting your shit wrecked. These spear guys suck. Their recovery time is so quick. Plus they can kind of turtle behind their shields. Because I'm trying to take them out with firebombs. Seems to work until he holds up his shield. I don't know why I don't just roll away from the shield bash. It's very telegraphed. Although, like, you know, like I said, it was very late when I recorded this, so I was very tired. And when you're tired, your reaction time is not so good. So it's one of the reasons why they say, ooh, the great shield. I got the great shield. Am I going to look at it? The knights who formed the High Priestess Guard carried great shields such as these, which were granted high magic absorption through... Oh, okay. Or are you just gonna not let me finish reading that? That's fine. Whatever, dude. Alright, and in this little place, we're gonna meet a very interesting character. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I guess I'm embering myself. Thought I was just gonna go right up and talk to her.
Ah, the wait has been long, unkindled one. I am Emma, High Priestess of Lothar Castle. Allow me to speak frankly. You will not find the Lords of Cinder here. They have left, gone, to their churning homes, converging at the base of this castle. Head to the bottom of the high wall. Forge on through the great gate and raise this banner to proceed. This farewell gift is for you. It is the insignia of an old covenant. If you fear trespassers, dark spirits drawn by the embers, then etch this upon your heart, and the old Concord will beckon noble blue sentinels to hunt these foul spirits. Unkindled one, head to the high wall's base. Go through the great gate and raise this banner to proceed. But beware, the dog keeps a close eye on things. The vile watchdog of the Boreal Valley. Unkindled go up
the vile watchdog of the Boreal Valley. I know who they're talking about. They are talking about Vort. The knight up here is hard as hell. There's a lot of time wasted here, so I apologize. So, well, my dumbass is getting killed by this guy. There's something I wanted to bring up, and I understand that, you know, a lot of my fan base, probably, especially like in the Dark Souls community, a lot of the fan base isn't really I don't know how to say this. It seems, when I'm looking around the Dark Souls fan base, that a lot of the people, not all of the people, just a lot of the people that play these games aren't really necessarily a part of the whole LGBTQ community. But I'm not really one to ever keep up on politics and important crap going on around me. I just kind of live life and be me, and whatever shit happens. But the point I want to say is there's been a lot of worry, and especially with the whole Trump presidency thing going on, and a lot of people have been speculating what that means for the community. Because, you got the parry, nice. What that means for the community, and what I have to say is it might be hard. There might be some hardships that come with it, but we're a strong community. We're gonna get through this together, guys. Hold up a peace sign. You can't see it, but I did it. And we just gotta take what comes and deal with it. Take the good, you take the bad. Put them together, you got the facts of life. No one wants hard trying times, and no one deserves it either. But it is a part of life, and it may not even be fair for us, but since we are strong as a collective, we're gonna get through it. We just gotta watch out for each other, just like any community would. That's all I really wanted to say on the topic. And I thought I was gonna go until this guy fucked me up, but apparently I'm hanging in there by a thread. I keep cowarding behind the door because it's my safe space. He can't go in there. There it is. There's the death. And that's when I decided, you know what, I'll just come back to this later. It's not worth it right now. And it really isn't. You don't get a very good weapon from it. Or, is it a weapon? I don't even remember what it is. It's not important, though. Not important right now. And now we get to deal with the trek all the way there, but I do believe I just kind of run through it to get my crap back, and then we're going to homeward bone back to the shrine and check up on a few things. Maybe do a little leveling up? Possibly doing a little leveling up? Think we're going to do a little leveling up? Nah, but this game, man, it's great. That's what I have to say about it. I mean, when I first played Dark Souls 1, it kind of blew my mind. That game is just so well crafted, and you can play it any way you want. And it gave a good challenge with a good reward, and there was just no other game like it. And now there's a whole subgenre of Souls-like games that are floating around the internet. And when Dark Souls 2 came out, I heard they had scrapped it partway through the process, and they had to redo it, and that kind of sucked. And it was a decent game, but for me it didn't capture the essence of what Dark Souls was about. But I mean, don't get me wrong, for what it is, it's a pretty good game, and I definitely like it. I mean, I don't hate it. And then I played this game, and it just gives me that wonder that I had in the first one. And especially when you're even when you're a more experienced Souls player, it still gives you that challenge. I'm bumping Faith up to 12 to get the Astorius Straight Sword because I'm a lame-o like that. I figured I've never used the Astoria straight sword before. Might as well go for it, right? And honestly, it's done its job. It's helped me out. And keep in mind, I've recorded like 3 hours out of this, so I know. Trust me, I know. And I also know how much I suck. So there's that, there's that part of me that's just like, I'm dreading people seeing this on the internet. They're gonna critique me so hard. And that's okay. Just get another Estus flask. Those are always good to have. I don't know what we're purchasing here. Oh, maybe we're purchasing the chain armor. Because I definitely wanted to kind of change the look of my character a little bit. I was getting tired of looking at the same garb. And that's one of the things about me. Like, I'm all about the different kinds of fashion souls that you have. Armor is probably my favorite part of the entire game. Yeah. It looks alright. Yeah, I liked it. I liked it enough to use it for a while. My roll felt like a little slower though. My equipment weight does seem to be over half, so I don't know if that qualifies for a slower roll or not. I haven't really studied the rolling system in this game. I know if you start off as a knight though, you get a fast roll, so that's kind of ridiculous. I feel like when they made this game, they had a lot of Bloodborne mechanics going. I know they used the engine for Bloodborne. At least that's what I've heard. Oh, I'm going back. Cool. Oh, that's right. If you sell your souls, you get the same amount of souls for them as you would if you popped them. So that's why I did that.
Welcome home, Master.
I believe it put a point into vitality. Bring it up to 10.
Farewell, Ashen Wind.
At least in this game, like, they don't have resistance. Because that was a stat you never put a point into. I don't think I know anyone who ever even cared enough to try to put points into resistance. Because, like, even in an era, you would still put on the ring for the proper resistance. Wow, words are just not working tonight. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the fact that I'm trying a new commentary setup and I'm kind of worried about how it's going to turn out. I can kind of hear myself a little bit, and that took some getting used to. That's why this is my third take. But hopefully, it's going to turn out good. There's another thing I forgot to do, actually. I don't need it, but there's like a mimic's chest, and there's like the claymore and all that stuff. If you go up the stairs where the dragon is, I just flat out forgot to do it. Maybe I'll come back to it later, but we're going down here now. Yeah, and there's in the chest down there's a mimic, so you gotta watch out for that, because mimics suck butt. If you have an undead hunter charm, I'm gonna call it a Lloyd's talisman because that's what it is. If you got a Lloyd's talisman, you can easily take care of them, though. You don't even have to kill them. It will put the chest to sleep, and you can just loot it. So firebomb guy over here with exploding barrels. It's a nice little thing. And we got throwing knives. And this little guy hiding in the corner. They're very good at hiding enemies in corners. Just out of your sight. Mailbreaker. That's how they get you with the ambushes. And we have this little fella. You need the cell key to open the door.
Ah. You're no jailer, are you? No, you're from far away. And judging by the bell, you must be some of that unkindled ash. Remarkable. If that's true, then I have a favor to ask. Below the high wall is a musty little town. Not the home of any lord, just a very old settlement of undead. An old woman, Loretta, lives there. Please, give her this ring. I'm not asking for charity. In fact, if you do this for me, I'll be sure to repay you in kind. I may be a petty thief, but I've more wits than most royalty. What do you say then, huh? Very well. I humbly place my faith in you. I am Grey Rat of the Undead Settlement, and I promise to assist you. Give this ring to old Loretta at the base of the high wall. Do your part, and I'll do mine.
A few things about that conversation, actually. First off, what is his relationship with Loretta? And also, the bells are actually the bells from the intro, so they must ring every time an unkindled one rises. Maybe that's why everyone has been expecting us. But it also raises the question, if there's a bell that rings, how many of the characters in this world are actually unkindled? Or are they all unkindled? Man, I don't know. I want to know. I want to know more. Like, yeah, I know everyone here is undead, and I know that, they're in the process of having souls to keep themselves from hollowing. But how many people are unkindled, and why are they? Alright, if we're not the only ones unkindled, why do we have to be the ones to return the lords to their thrones? Is it just because, they're asking everyone to do it? Which, is probable. That seems like something I'd do. Just ask everyone for help. Or is there something special about us? Does it have something to do with the dark sign? Ooh. Because the dark sign is what brands the undead, so it must be. So everyone has a dark sign. Everyone who's undead has a dark sign and is in the process of going hollow. And we're supposedly this unkindled ash. So we rose up from the ashes. Is that how we're different from everyone else? And if so, because the Crestfallen Warrior said us unkindled. So he in some way must know something we don't. But let's go up to this door and let's see just what happens.